Hey folks, DJ with the Obstacle Garage. Today we're going to work on the 1988 Yamaha Virago 250, XV250. We're going to go ahead and put the carburetor back together, put it back on the bike, possibly rejet it if I have the extra jets. Since it was just an air pod that was put on, I'll probably just bump it up by 3 if I have them. If not, we'll just put the stock ones back on. Yeah, and then if everything goes good, we'll put the bike back together and see how it runs. So stick with me. Here's the carb. You can see, nice and clean. Looks great. Everything seems to be working. Now we're going to put it all back together. And here's all the little parts. I kept them in here after they were cleaned, so I didn't lose anything. So now we can start putting it all back together. Let's start with the top. And so here's I got some bolts to replace the original ones. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, you can see there they're the M4-.7 times 12. 12 is the length. So these will work perfect to replace the bolts we took out that were stripped. Alright, we're going to get the needle put back in the float. Which is here. This piece to hold it in. Alright, let me get my long needle nose to help put that down in. Okay, I got these really long pliers which help put things into place. And you got a deep little hole like that. Man, it is so humid out here that it is fogging up my glasses. There it went. Finally. Go ahead and slide this down in. I'm just trying to line up this little passage here so the gasket sits on it nice and good. Alright, spring in. Now we can put the cap back on. And we're going to use the new bolts. Screws, hopefully they work as advertised. And they do. Alright, I'm going to snug these up because I believe there's a bracket that goes on here and I don't remember exactly where it was, so I'm going to have to figure it out when I get going. So, I'm not snugging them down, I'm just getting them in there so that it doesn't move around. Okay. There's that. What else we got here? Okay. Let's take a look at the jets and see what size we're working with and what size we want to go to. So, let's see, this is let's start with the main jet. The main jet says 110. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like right, oh, let me upside down. It's down on the bottom down here. It says 110. So that's that one. And then the pilot is 17.5. Says it right there. So this one, the pilot, we may not need to change at all. Although it does look a little scuffed up on the, looks like somebody pulled it out before. Mangled it up a little bit. So if I have another one, I'll go ahead and put it up. Matter of fact, I'll probably do from my bike. So I might replace that one just because. And then we're gonna replace the main jet with probably like a 113. This is a 110, so really I only want to go up about 3, so maybe a 113. If I don't have one, I might throw a 115 in it, and then we'll just, with the air fuel mixture screw, make up the difference. But the 110 obviously isn't good enough, because what's happening with the 110 is when you're up at highway speeds, it basically loses power. So that tells me that most likely the main jet needs to be bigger. On a bigger bike, you may not notice the difference in the main jet, but you're looking at a 250cc bike here. And when you're at highway speeds, you're almost full throttle. So when you're full throttle, it's the main jet that's really taking over and doing all the work. Not all the work, of course, but you know, the big chunk of it. And if we up that, we should be able to do highway speeds with no problem. So let me look and see if I've got another larger jet for it. Well, as you can see, I got an assortment of jets here, and it looks like there is these smaller ones don't fit, so we're just going to set matter of fact, just get them out of here. Alright, so that just leaves us these 3. Are they all the same size? 115. 115. Yeah. Alright. We're going to keep the same pilot jet. Just put it back in and go about our merry way with using that, because I don't think that one's an issue. Seems to run just fine at lower RPMs. So, where's my little, there it is. I don't know why I was using that big screwdriver. Okay. Now, alright, so, recap. 110 original, we're going to put a 115 in it. Okay, there we go. Now, I have a ton more parts to put on here. This little screw goes right here. Wait. Okay. Now that is going to be our needle. What do I have left? Those we can throw away. Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to put the spring on the, dang it. A little one. Forgot to put the spring on the needle. That's annoying. I can't believe I forgot that. I just saw it in there and remembered that I need to put it in. Okay, let's see if we can get this going again. I can't believe I got to redo this. It's a pain in the butt. Seriously, pain in the butt. Okay, there we go. Now let's put that back in. You can see the needle goes down and inside there, which goes down into the main jet. Cap back on it. Again. Spring first. Okay, now we got more parts here. Let's see what we got. I know this goes there, so let's get it. 14. Yeah. Oh, no. Same thing. Needs a spring. What else do I got? A float bowl, float needle. I've got this and another spring. This, I'm keeping your jet, Austin. I'm keeping your 110 jet. You took my 115. So we'll call it even. Alright, where were we? That's the air fuel mixture screw. So let's just back this one out. Let's call it 2 turns. All the way in. And then 1, 2. Alright. Everything seems to be moving well. It'll all get better once there's gas running through it. Lubing it up a little bit. Okay. Now, this bracket goes there. Alright. Now let's get the float on and get the bottom of the float bowl put on. There we go. Now again, I don't know if you can see this, but when I pulled this stuff, let me restart. When I pulled, this is the pin to hold the float needle, the floats in the float needle. But when I pulled it off, you see how chewed up it is up there? So somebody's definitely been in doing something. It looks like they tried to make it smaller. Which is a bad idea. That means it'll move around in there too much. So we'll put it in and see, make sure it's not gonna harm anything. Yeah, see how it, I mean, man, yeah, it looks like the side of the carb's gonna hold it in place anyway, but just never do that if you don't have to. It's a bad idea. Alright, let's go ahead and get the gasket put back on. Should go like that. There we go. Alright, let's get that put back on. Good. Alright, and again, new bolts. New screws for this. So And there we go. Other than this hose and getting it back on the bike, this carburetor is ready to go. This is your idle screw. We're gonna have to adjust the entire carburetor because we put a new jet in, a larger main jet. So I don't have time today, but I will definitely get this put back on tomorrow. I believe that goes there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, there it is. Carburetor's reassembled. We still need to put it on the bike, hook up the throttle cables. The throttle cable bracket goes on these two bolts right here. We'll still need to put it on the bike and then adjust it with the idle and the air screw adjustment, which is where to go, there, down here. And then we should be good to go. Float sounds good, everything's good. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and if you're not yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And the next video will be me putting this back on the bike and possibly taking it for a test ride. So stay tuned. Catch you on the next one.